question number 1. How many drivers are on the track during a typical Formula 1 race? A, 10, B, 20, C, 25, D, 30.
Hi guys, welcome to the Movie Club UK. This is season 2, episode 11.
Let's go!
And I'm here with Ash and Faith. No, not episode 11, episode 12. Last one was episode 11. Because we were thinking about doing season 3, but no, we're still sticking with season 2. This is episode 12. So today we are reviewing the F1 movie.
Okay.
How are
Nice
you
sound
feeling
effects.
about this one?
Now
How
she
you
can
feeling?
begin. You're the
Just
F1.
overall, when
I got to start with the F1 fan.
When I asked that question, how are we feeling about this one? I'm mainly talking about, when we discuss what films we want to review, etc., etc. And I was like, I think F1. And obviously I heard Superman. You said Superman as well.
So it was F4. Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
which we will do. But I was a big advocate for F1. What do you think?
Do you know what? Funny enough, I wasn't, just because I thought it might be too niche. I'm an F1 fan, not an expert. So both of them, I know they're going to try and press me on this podcast.
Who was the championship winner in 2015 now?
I actually don't know that. Recent fan. So I was looking forward to this one, but nervous, because when you are a fan of something, and I'm sure there's things that you guys are fans of, like if they came out with a Man United, Alex Ferguson era type movie,
I'll be ready.
You'll be ready, but let's say they get a certain detail wrong or whatnot, that irks you.
That will
so
bug
that
me.
was
That's
something
true.
I was nervous about, because F1 is so, like, there's certain things you just can't get wrong. Or it will really annoy the fans.
I was very much looking forward to it. I'm not an F1 fan or an expert, but I did think this film will get me more into F1 kind of thing. I was more interested in, because I knew they were going to do races, right? But I was interested in how are they going to like shoot that? Do you know what I mean? Especially being in the car, you might want to get that, was it first person view, third person view? I was thinking, like, how are they going to do that? I was more interested in, if they can get that right, then this movie could be really good.
I'll be so honest in saying I know nothing about F1.
But you know Lewis Hamilton though?
Of course I know Lewis
Do you know
Hamilton.
Max Verstappen?
Yeah, I know him as well. And who's
Give me one
Schumacher?
more.
That
One more that's still racing today.
now.
Come on.
Wait,
From the film, they mentioned a few in the film.
They
but
did.
I gave you 2. You can't give me one, boy.
Does he give him a W and he races for a Red Bull?
Do you not just said his name, innit? Max Verstappen.
There's 2. There's someone
another
else.
one.
There's 2 Red Bull ones.
Yeah, there's 2 Red Bull ones. What's W?
So you're quizzing me.
Anyway, I actually can't remember.
Guys, don't worry about that. Don't worry about all of that. But I don't really know that much about F1. But F1 is always something that I've been like, I see it briefly on the TV and I'm just like, I just don't understand what's going on right now.
I think it's because of the laps, There's so many damn
There's
laps.
so many that you just don't understand. You could go away and the race is still going on. Like, there's just a lot going on there. So I thought, getting a film that actually has Brad Pitt in it, it looks like it has Damson Idris in it. I'm not sure at the time at what capacity he was in the film. But those 2 actors, I do like them both. And I was thinking, what can we get from here? So I had some interest in it, but I was not like 100% excited about it. So I just went to the film with like, medium sort of expectations. Hopefully it's good. But from what I saw, I thought it was great.
I was very happy. Very, very happy. Ash?
I have slightly controversial feelings about it.
go.
But again, you watch it through an F1 fan lens, your reaction may be different. But you watch it through a movie lover lens, I think you'll probably end up loving it. But
Okay,
we'll get
maybe
into
because
it.
like you just said, I don't know too much about F1, so I don't know what they've missed, what they could have put in there, what they got wrong in terms of explaining it to us, and I don't know that. So I'm taking it on face value of what the movie gave me. So
Just saying, when you hear, it's Cairo, right?
Cairo, yeah.
Cairo, yes, I got it right. When you hear Cairo's review on the film,
Cairo's my brother. my twin brother.
Her twin brother.
And yeah, he's a massive F1 fan. When I say I'm like a moderate F1 fan, he watches races. Like he'll randomly on a Sunday, he'll put on a race from 2014.
Really?
Yeah,
God
and
damn.
he'll watch the whole thing.
What a guy.
So
I might get into it. This film might have done something to me. I might get into
He's
it.
lying,
Oh,
he's
you think
lying.
so?
He's
Yeah.
lying, he's
Do
lying.
we got
he's
any
lying.
ash breakers before we actually get into it?
we do, and I'm glad you guys have both said that you're essentially beginners because I've
Yeah.
made a very short quiz for you. I've named it Formula One quiz for beginners. I think any Formula One fan that's watching this will be shouting the answers out. But yeah, these should be quite
I'm
basic.
not
And I've
cheating.
got the
You might win for the first time.
yeah. I feel like for his, have you won?
I've definitely won one.
I think
but
he's won.
But you've won more. You've
Yeah.
won more.
Yeah. I'm. Who am I putting my money on? Because Mudia might be a converted F1 fan. I think I'm putting my money on Mudia.
I
But
don't think you should put your money on me.
ooh, yeah.
Nothing.
But I definitely know. I definitely have. I got some knowledge about it.
And then
a
because
little
of
bit.
the
But
track
we're gonna see.
record.
We're gonna
Okay,
see.
so how do we want to do this? I think should I just give you each? Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
give you
give
each a
us each,
question. Okay, who wants to go first?
I don't mind going first.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Let's do this.
All right. Question number 1: how many drivers are on the track during a typical Formula One race? A 10, B 20, C 25, D 30.
It's about 10.
Can I take it? Oh no, it doesn't work like that.
It makes it complicated, but
Okay.
yeah, Mudia, what is it? Yep,
Is
B
it 20?
20. Yep.
Wow, is that much?
Yeah,
That's actually a lot of
pay
cars.
attention to that.
Okay, good. Okay. Point for Mudia. All right, Mudia, your question. What is the name of the most successful Formula One team in history by total championships? A, Red Bull, B, Ferrari, C, Mercedes, D, McLaren.
Ferrari.
B, Ferrari. Well done, Mudia.
Woo!
It's too bad that Ferrari are pants now. Though.
Yeah, they're not that great now. Wait, who's
Hamilton is racing for
Hamilton's
Ferrari, so
Yeah,
and they're kind of back, but they're.
I think he finished 4th in his most recent race, no?
I think so.
Oh.
All right. Fizz, what colour signals the end of a Formula One race? A, red, B, checkered, C, blue, D, yellow.
checkered.
Point for his.
If I didn't get that right, then just throw me out.
Yeah,
Throw me
literally.
out.
I was
Swear,
about to say.
throw me
I was
out.
about to say.
Okay, Mudia, what does pole position mean in F1? A, starting at the front of the grid, B, first place in a race, C, last place in a race, D, a penalty for speeding.
Starting in, what was the first option?
A, starting at the front of the grid.
Oh my days, that's tricky. I'm struggling with between that and leading the race, but I'll say starting at the grid first.
A, yep, correct. Point to Mudia.
I feel like you were saying it in your head, like pole position.
Yeah,
pole
like,
position.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
thinking,
yeah,
like, when
yeah.
do they say this? I've heard this before. Yeah.
Yeah, Mudia is leading by 3 points. 1-4 for his. I think you can get it back.
How many questions have we got?
We've done 4. We've got like 6 left. I'll keep it to about
All I
10.
can say is that if you're a better man, don't put your money on me.
Okay, for his, which country hosts the Baku Grand Prix? A, Qatar, B, Saudi Arabia, C, Azerbaijan.
What? I don't know.
Azerbaijan, D, Spain.
You said Baku.
Yeah,
Azerbaijan. Is that how you say it?
yeah.
Yeah, I said them, yeah.
Well done.
And you know why I say that?
I know why
you know
he
why I
does
say that?
Chelsea.
Chelsea! Actually, knows about that 4-1 we gave them.
It's so funny how football put you on the different
Yeah.
locations.
I heard Baku, I said, hold on.
Baku.
Yeah, it's only one country, man. It's only one country.
All right, Mudia.
Yeah.
What does DRS stand for in Formula One? They spoke about it in the film, so you should know this one. A, driver racing school. B, dynamic rear steering. C, drag reduction system. D, downforce regulation setting.
Dynamic rear thingy.
Wrong. It is C, drag reduction system.
Do you know why that's so crazy? When I got the answer wrong, she gave you a chance to give the answer. But then when it's me,
you better back
see?
the biz.
So it's all rigged. You see what's
You
going
better
on
back
now.
the biz.
You
Oh,
all
Did
see
you
what's
know
going
the
on.
answer to that one?
Hell no.
Okay, you know what? That is rigged. My bad.
You might have to take a point off me.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's fine by me. Okay, for his, how long is a typical Formula One race in time? A, 30 minutes. B, 1 hour. C, up to 2 hours. D, over 4 hours.
It's over 4 hours.
Eh.
Is it not?
It is C, up to 2 hours. It's usually around 90 minutes, but
Do you know why I
2
said
hours
that? I said
is-
because normally in the movie I saw they had like 60 laps and whatnot. So I'm thinking that,
laps,
yeah, I was thinking, raw, like they'll be on like lap 54. They'll say, oh, they got 6 laps left. I'm thinking, what? How many laps are in this thing? But fairs.
And I didn't let Mudia answer that one, so you guys are even now. Okay. Mudia, which team holds the record for the fastest pit stop in Formula One history? Is it A, Mercedes, B, Red Bull, C, Ferrari, D, McLaren, and...
If he gets this wrong, I want to answer this.
Okay, fine.
I have no idea. I'm going to say Red Bull.
He got that right. Red Bull.
You actually got it right.
Come
Yeah.
on. That was a good guess.
Red Bull completed a pit stop of 1.82 seconds at the
1.8.
2019 Brazilian Grand Prix.
I need to see that.
Oh my
So Mudia's on 4, for his is on 2. And who started for his?
I started, yeah.
Should we do one last question for you both?
Yeah, we can do
Cool.
one more. Don't mind.
All right. For his, Lewis Hamilton has won how many Formula One World Championships as of 2025? Is it A, 3, B, 5?
You say as of 2025?
Yeah.
Okay.
A 3, B 5, C
I know this
7, D 9.
Repeat that again. Read the numbers to me again because I think I know this.
Is it A 3, B 5, C 7, D 9?
Just frame me the question.
Oh, it was 7 or 9. I'm gonna say,
Go with your gut.
yeah, I'm gonna go 9. It's probably 7. It's probably 7 and 8.
I don't think you should let.
Oh no! Why it is? Oh, it is 7. Damn, because he's tied right now. And if he had won the 8th, he would have had the most.
Yeah.
Oh my days! I just remembered.
I was waiting for
That's
that.
why last season. That's why he got shagged. I remember he got shagged at one of the races last
Yeah,
year.
people were like,
Yeah, man.
Okay. And last one for Mudia. Do you know the answer to that? I'm not going to give you a point.
I did.
That got too complicated.
I did.
What is it?
7.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Just wanted to make
I'm just
sure
checking.
of that.
I'm just checking. Okay, last question for Mudia. What is the British Grand Prix track called? Is it A, Goldstone, B, Iron
Yeah, just give me
Maiden,
the win.
C,
Silverstone,
Platinum Ring,
thanks, Silverstone,
D, Silverstone?
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, Mudia's correct. It's D, Silverstone, and Mudia has won yet another ashbreaker.
Come on. So can't play me. Listen, it's okay. Can't play me at NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'll probably lose on
That's
that.
where I'm at still.
But no, that was a good ashbreaker, getting the juices flowing. And you was kind of right. I wouldn't say I'm very knowledgeable about F1, but there's certain things that I was able to pick up that I'm like, oh, I got a little bit more.
You know more than you think.
Yeah, exactly
More than you
that.
think, yeah.
So I think potentially I could even go away from this just turning into like, you know, them guys that like they should, instead of sleeping, yeah, you got work in the morning, but it's 3 a.m. and you're on YouTube just like looking at things to kind of like you're in a rabbit hole. That's what they call it. I think I could be in an F1 rabbit hole really soon because
You can definitely do that.
it definitely seems like an interesting sport. So
And by the way, there's this video on YouTube that is called something about understanding F1 in like 16 minutes for idiots.
16 minutes.
Yeah, I did watch that
Ah.
today. So.
Oh, you watched
You
it?
guys.
I think we should watch that. I watched a little bit of it. So if you haven't, I say watch it as well to get a little bit more knowledge about the
And
game.
that did not help you in the quiz at all.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't. I did that.
But cool. So we are actually going to review the F1 movie now officially. So if you haven't watched it, you should have because it's been out 2-3 weeks now.
It's been like 4 weeks, bro.
No, 3 weeks.
Oh no, it was out in America.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what was out earlier, yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, there's something wrong somewhere. But yeah, you can pause it and come back when you have seen it. But if not, let's get into the podcast. So this one was directed by Joseph Kosinski. I think that's how you say his name. And I think he was the director of Top Gun Maverick, which I've never seen. And the screenplay was done by Aaron Kruger. The producers of this film include Jerry Bruckheimer, Brad Pitt, and F1 legend Lewis Hamilton. So I'm going to go through the synopsis and then we can just get stuck right into it. So the synopsis says, in the 1990s, Sonny Hayes was a Formula One most promising driver until an accident in the track nearly ended his career. 30 years later, the owner of the struggling Formula One team convinces Sonny to return to racing to become the best in the world. Driving alongside the team's hotshot rookie, Sonny soon learns that the road to redemption is not something you can travel alone. What do you guys think of that synopsis?
Okay.
I think it's a good synopsis. It's calm. It's not too bad. I think that
it kind of gives you an idea.
It gives you an idea of what's going to happen in the film. Obviously, it's not too deep. I mean, what much can you really say?
I think for a sports film, I think it just encompasses, the little journey. I think the only sports film we've done is Creed.
Would you say Challenges is sports film?
Challenges?
It is. No, sorry. I apologize. I just didn't like the film. So it's not memorable. So yeah, you're right. Challenges is. There's some things in Challenges I did like, with the tennis, but I feel like this might be my favorite sports film that we've reviewed on the podcast. So if we look at Creed, Challenges, and this one, I think this is probably my favorite one.
I feel like that goes back to like the budget as well, because they I don't know, visually it looked absolutely amazing in terms of just seeing like cars, when they were actually at these racing events as well. You've seen like real crowds and everything. I was like, yeah, man.
If we're talking about like films you can get put together, right? I think it was so important that F1 officially was kind of involved in this film, because it's all right making an F1 movie, but doing it on the side. It's almost like making, I don't know, a football movie and you don't include FIFA or you don't include the Premier League. Like you're doing things outside of it, but it will be so much better if you actually encompass the actual body of the sport.
That's why they had Lewis Hamilton involved.
And that's why they had Lewis Hamilton involved. Like I've seen that Brad Pitt said, before they recruited me, they got Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah. Oh, they had to.
Yeah.
Did you see him mean mugging at that one scene? I think it's the final race.
That was hilarious. That was just looking at him like...
Yeah, you have to have buy-in from Formula One itself, and the fact that they use real like race weekend footage and real racetracks. I had a feeling that they were going to use fake.
I think that's what makes this more incredible to me, that this was actually real. They're shooting these scenes before the actual races are starting. The crowds are real. The crowds are actually seeing what's happening. The pressure from both of the drivers not to have a crash or not to have a spin out, where it's like they're actually taking time out from the actual race that's happening. There's just loads of things that could go wrong that didn't, for it to go right, that for me makes this whole production sort of thing amazing. If we start off with, let's say, Brad Pitt, because he was the main character of this. Sonny Hayes. Yeah, he was the main character in this one. Brad Pitt, being 61 years old. Did you feel like you got a 61-year-old?
I feel like he gave me like punk rock dad vibes. He gave me the old school vibe. It was just like, I don't know, the ones where the ones where you meet someone, you can tell they're from a different era, different time. Like that's the vibe he was giving, man.
That's the vibe he gave me, but you didn't give me a 61-year-old sort of vibe. My dad's 61.
I feel like he's one of them 61 kind of still like with the times kind of thing.
When Joshua's character to his mum says, "Oh, there's this guy, he's old, but he's quick." And then his mum says, "How old?" And he goes, 80. Obviously, like, people are laughing and exaggerating, but Brad Pitt's actually 60.
He's actually 61.
He looks good for 60, though.
He looks good. Do you know what? And I'm not accusing him of anything, but I can tell he's had a few things done. I think he's pretty open about having had a few things done. So I think that does help. Yeah. But I actually did like this film because I think of Brad Pitt as someone who doesn't always accept that he's getting older. He's no longer the like young, hot bombshell in movies anymore, and this was the first movie I've seen him in where he's actually accepted, okay, I'm older now. And I think he's had
to accept that his last major role before this was Bullet Train in 2022, and that's like 3 years now. And for a movie star like Brad Pitt,
go on, finish.
For a movie star like Brad Pitt to take like a 3-year break to then come back with something like this, and for it to just fit him so well, I'm like, this was the right. If there was any sort of film we were going to come back to, then I feel like this was the right one.
It was all even a bit mad. You see how you just brought up Bullet Train? I saw an interview where Damson Idris was even meant to be in that film.
Oh, was
it?
But
at the time when they were recording it, he was doing Snowfall, so they couldn't allow him. They said, because I think they were recording Snowfall during COVID times, isn't it? So they said, if you was to go over there and you get COVID, then it's going to mess up our whole production kind of thing. And he said, it's crazy how that's happening. Then look where we are now. I've literally recorded F1 with Brad Pitt. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's actually mad. And to think of Damson Idris being, I don't know, when I see him, I see like us Londoners, and like, oh wow, like he's...
You love seeing one of us, man.
Yeah, he's been given like his chance, and I think Snowfall was his chance. But after Snowfall, I can't really name you any other serious productions that he probably has been, no disrespect to whatever he's done. But I feel like this... I didn't realize at the time, because he's been around for a long time with Snowfall. Snowfall had like 6 seasons or however many seasons it had. We've seen him be this massive character elsewhere that we actually think he gets a lot of roles, but this is probably his second biggest role. And I think he even admitted that a lot of the cast or a lot of the production team, a lot of people didn't know what he could do.
It's going to change soon, though.
Sure.
It's going to change. Of course it is. They didn't know what he could do. They're just expecting, he's just rookie or newbie. But to us, we know that this guy is mad talented. He just needs to be given the platform. I put him in the same category as guys like Daniel Kaluuya and stuff like that. I've not seen him in a minute, but I put him in the same category, like great black British male actors. I don't know if I should say Idris Elba, but I don't know if I should say Idris Elba because I get a different vibe from his performances. But those two in particular, I think they're just the future and the way forward. I've
listened to... Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you guys, I ran into Daniel Kaluuya in IKEA.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I should have told him to come on the podcast, but I felt like he saw my eyes went like, and then he immediately took a phone call with Daniel. Anyway, about Damson Idris, he is one of those actors that I've been listening to a lot of like podcast F1 related stuff recently, and so many people are saying I've actually never heard of him before. And I'm like, excuse me, that's Franklin Saint you're talking on. That is Franklin Saint, but maybe it's a lot. I know a lot brick by brick. I know a lot of like young black people have watched Snowfall, and some of the podcasts I'm listening to probably haven't ever heard of Snowfall. So it's crazy. Imagine that the feeling
of American people watching. I think everybody knows he's British now, but there will be a few that have only seen him in Snowfall, thinking that he's an American guy. Seeing this, oh wow, Damson could do a good British accent. He's British.
He's British.
You saw him as natural habitat.
Now that we're saying it, Brad Pitt was embodying the aging, legendary like race driver, and then Damson is the rookie. And it's like I didn't even, until I've spoken to you guys, I didn't even put that together that they're actually kind of playing themselves.
Yes. You actually just made me realize that just now.
Thank you.
They are, but then I think maybe I realized it internally. I just didn't voice it in my head because I felt so much attachment to the film.
I feel like I feel like their character development and obviously their chemistry from the beginning of when they first met up until like the last race. You know,
let's talk about like the first sort of scene, right? For me, I don't know. Have you lot watched Cars?
Yeah, I have.
The Cars, Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
You know when it starts, I know they took this scene from Cars. Nobody could tell me wrong. I got to speak to Joseph Kowinski. I got to speak to whoever. The first race where in Cars, Lightning McQueen is in the van sort of thing, and he's sleeping and he's going, I am speed, da 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 da. And the truck driver, Mac, knocks it and goes, hey, Lightning. And he wakes up and he's like, oh yeah, and he's ready to race. In this film, he's like sleeping, resting. There's a whole race going on, and it's like, hey, Sonny. And I'm thinking, they took that from Cars. I know they took that from Cars 100%. I just found out, I was like, yeah, that's for me. That was like a moment right there. Why wouldn't they be as inspired by one of the most like
have you seen like Ted Lasso? Sort of, Have you seen Ted Lasso?
No.
Apparently they said it's like Ted Lasso on wheels.
Oh no.
In terms of like it's a very similar concept with the characters and everything.
So I think the way we're introduced to Sonny, what was your initial like sort of perspective of the character we were going to see?
I couldn't help but, you're talking about Cars, you're talking about Ted Lasso. I couldn't help make the comparison with Top Gun Maverick.
That's another thing I was going to say. Yeah.
Honestly,
same director, isn't it?
Yeah, same director, and it's pretty much the same story. Just one's cars, one's fighter jets, and one has like life-threatening circumstances, and one's about.
You can
cars,
tell it's probably
basically.
Joseph's like speciality. These sort of films, like he's making a name for himself with these kind of films, but. Just back to seeing Brad Pitt as Sonny, what were you anticipating in the first few minutes when you saw his character? I think he got up, got in the car, got so ahead that he won the race, told the guy, you better not lose this race. and he's won it. I think he's got like £5,000
Yep.
or $5,000. He refuses to touch the trophy, and he's moving on to the next. What were you thinking?
The guy that he was racing for told him, come
Stay,
back, stay in, and he was like, nah, like I think he wanted to bring him on like full time or something.
Yeah.
But for Brad, it was
what was your thoughts on what character we'll be getting?
I was thinking, when I saw that, I was thinking, could this just be one of those situations where he just makes a crazy comeback to F1? He hasn't been there for a while. Obviously, I didn't know his background at that point, innit? But I was thinking, it could just be one of those cliche ones. Oh, he's gonna make a comeback, he's gonna win a race, and everyone's gonna love him, and he's gonna fulfill whatever he's missing. And then that's originally what I thought.
I just thought he was a bit of an ass.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait.
Excuse my
We
language.
should say swan.
Swan.
Is it swan?
It's swan.
Is it swan?
Yeah, you swan in here. Yeah.
you
So what do
swan.
you mean swan?
That's what we're gonna say, swan.
Yeah. Swan.
I thought he was really gonna be quite unlikable. I can tell.
And I thought they would try to make it a way, when they try to make you like a character. I actually got the opposite vibe for Joshua. I felt like Joshua, what you're saying about him being an arse, I thought Joshua was an arse. And the film had to do well in trying to make us like Joshua rather than Sonny. I feel like Sonny was the easiest character to actually like.
I had a different reaction.
Really?
I naturally, Damson Idris, like young black person in such an elite sport that's all about, if you know about F1, a lot of them are Nepo babies. And like Lewis Hamilton is well, first of all, he's the source material for a young, obviously, black person from I think he's from like a, middle class family or whatever, working class family that makes it into F1. So naturally, I gravitated way more towards Joshua Pierce. I was like, I'm on his side. I know how hard he's worked to be here. And I'm sure Sonny has as well, but I can relate to that story a bit more. And yeah.
I just saw it as, listen, if you're actually going to make it, you could do all the grind and all that. If you're this is your key years. Like I looked at him as, how we look at some potential like young footballers, where that key stage where if they don't make the right decisions or listen to the right guidance, their career can go a completely different way. That's how I looked at it. Jadon Sancho. That's how I kind of looked at Joshua Pierce, right? And I feel like if he didn't have Sonny Hayes, you probably come to this decision now at the end of the movie since you've seen it. But if he didn't get Sonny Hayes, he wouldn't end the film in such a way where you're like, wow, this guy is like going to be the next best thing. He looks so mature. He knows how to lead a team. Without Sonny Hayes, he's nothing.
I feel like they needed each other, man.
You think so?
Yeah,
I don't really feel like Sonny Hayes needed him.
I don't know. I feel like I look at Sonny Hayes, and I felt like he could see himself a bit in Joshua. I feel like he could see himself a bit, but where the difference is that I feel like with Sonny, he was more in his day he was more locked in, trying to win the races. Wasn't really worried about all the noise, like he said, like it's all noise. Not worried about that. But Joshua was more. Because he's losing all these races, he hasn't won a race. They're halfway through the season. His manager's telling him, listen, you need to find you a team. You need to be doing more socials and this and that. And I feel like he was more focused on the fame part.
The outside
noise, that he was more focused on that.
And Sonny told him.
And Sonny tried to basically let him know.
Stop listening to noise.
Stop listening to this rubbish.
I saw Sonny's character and I just saw so much maturity in that. Ash might be like, ew, no way. But I basically thought, when I grow up, I want to have wisdom like that I could come in and know that whatever mistakes I've made, I'm coming into a situation where I can accurately predict what's going to happen and use my knowledge to kind of further, if it's a team that I go into, if it's my family, it's just like using all that knowledge. Like some people, things happen to them and they kind of go out sad. They let things get to them, but he almost wasn't going to race and come back to F1, but he did. And when he did, you just saw how much value he added. Like, I think the car that they were even driving in, they weren't able to get it right for how long. And she was telling, what was the lady's character again? I forgot her name. Was it?
I think I've got her name. Her name was Kerry. Was it Kerry Colden? She played Kate.
Kate, yes, yeah. Kate. She was saying to Joshua, you got to talk to me about the car. Like, you got to explain these things to me. What issues are you having to make a better car? Sonny Hayes instantly, even though he crashed the car in his
the test race,
test race, instantly he was able to say XYZ is wrong. And she looked at Joshua like, You ain't able to tell me that.
I disagree completely.
Oh my lord.
But
There's
again,
nothing to disagree about.
I'm watching through an F1 lens,
okay,
and
fair enough.
his whole approach to the sport, and this is where I think a lot of F1 fans haven't enjoyed the movie. His whole approach to the sport was cheating, was dangerous driving, and that is completely. I can't speak for every F1 fan, but dangerous driving and putting other
People at risk.
at risk is completely against what the sport's about in 2025. That is completely wrong, and he would have been disqualified.
Really?
Yeah.
From that first race, okay?
All right. Let's start with Silverstone, where they both crash each other and they both don't finish the race.
Yeah.
Whose fault was it?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was whose fault was it? It was, what's his name?
On this occasion, I'll say it's Sonny's fault.
He wasn't given the place back?
Yes. So the team is saying,
wasn't it? Who was ahead? Was it Pierce that was ahead?
No, Sonny was ahead.
Sonny was ahead, didn't
and the team said, let Joshua pass. And he said, no, I'm not giving up my position.
Yeah, that's it.
But that's when, as well, Sonny had to learn that this is a team sport. This is why
I say they need each other.
That's why they need each other.
Enough.
Yeah,
I didn't actually think about
because it was more like for Sonny, it was just more like understanding that, bro. Like it's not just you. There's literally your whole team here trying to win. And with Joshua,
but then he was the first to learn that lesson, because in the second race in where is it? Hungarian? However you say it, Hungarian. That second race.
Hungary, the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Hungarian Grand Prix, but I don't know the actual name. Like
right,
we could say UK Grand Prix, but Silverstone. The actual name of it, I can't say it, but let's say Hungary Grand Prix. Yeah, that one. Sonny sacrifices obviously himself by obviously crashing out so that the red car comes out. You didn't think so?
Oh no, he does that, but that's so wrong.
It's so wrong.
It's crazy,
but
though.
He's doing it because they have a crap car,
bro. He's doing it to help Josh, bro.
Yeah, and he's doing it to help Josh and the team because they have a crap car, and it's Sonny that leads them to building a better car.
But you see, when he's doing that, that's when now Josh is being more accepting of him. Yeah, especially when now I think by that point he's then obviously done some research, looked at what happened with Sonny. And he saw that. I can't lie to you.
This guy's quick.
No, he's quick, but my goodness, that accident that he had, crazy.
Yeah.
I think there was some scenes where you could see his back.
Yeah. And it was showing the stitching or the scarring.
It crazy.
The back was basically not even, it's healed, but you can see there was some damage done there.
Like he even had dreams about it as well.
Exactly, that was crazy. Would wake him up. And
so I feel like that's another thing why I think Loki didn't really want to come back as well, because mentally, probably hadn't got past it. Had been over like 30 years, but it's one of the ones that is still heavy on him today.
And then we got the twist with the third race in Monza, right? And that third race, it looked like Sonny's coaching was actually working. He told...
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He told Josh to stay out. Obviously, he was the foul play, whatever he was doing, hitting guys and whatnot. And he was staying out. The weather started raining, and obviously I'm not a big F1 fan, so I don't know. Ash might know, but he should have changed his tyres. I'm guessing Josh should have.
He was using, was it hard tyres?
Yeah, he should have changed them to wet or
because if you're normally when it's, I think they said when it's raining, you got to be using is it soft tyres?
No, intermediary or wet tyres. Slicks.
Yeah, and I think Hamilton and all the other guys, they went to get their tyres changed, but Sonny's advice was, our car is rubbish. Let's just stay out and see how far and what sort of advantage we can get. So he stayed out to the point he got himself up to about first place. And towards the end of the race, he just lost that place to Hamilton. But on the last lap, I think he kept within. And I think it was it was Hamilton, Sonny, and Josh. And I think Sonny gave way to Josh. Like you compare it to the first one, he actually gave way to him, and he kind of overtook, right? So Sonny was like, go on Josh, and it got to a certain point, I will tell you when to overtake Lewis.
Got too excited, man.
I think it was Verstappen.
Was it Verstappen?
It
was Verstappen, yeah.
It was Verstappen, okay, my bad. I thought it was Lewis. And literally, he just gets way too excited, and he thinks, not that he's winning this race himself, but he thinks he knows more than the experienced Sonny at this time.
It didn't make sense, especially because when I saw how close they were, he was on the outside. He was like, Verstappen was on the inside and he was on the outside. I was thinking, brother, you cannot overtake, especially on that turn that's coming.
Just overtake on the straight or whatever. Yeah. And he, in his own like immaturity or whatever, excitement, he decides to not listen to Sonny and he flips off the track. I genuinely thought I think he might be dead or like life-changing
The way the
injury.
cinema went
I
silent,
was just about
it
to
was
say
mental,
that.
bro.
I was just
It was
about to say
mental.
this is what I mean by the movie was emotional, yeah, because I can't even remember, was it White Noise that we
that
heard?
White
Noise,
But
yeah.
from whatever soundtrack, or the soundtrack was great, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
whatever sort of classical music or whatever was playing, the way it just, as the car flipped over, landed, and even I don't think you can hear the tumble.
You can't.
You can't hear nothing.
I think the first thing that came to my head was Sonny's incident that he had.
Yeah.
It was very similar. Because when I saw him fly out of that car, I said, it's over.
Oh, bless me.
Bless you. All the blessings. my bro.
Gosh,
All the
let
blessings.
that one go. Yeah, but when that happened, you could feel the whole emotion in the cinema just go.
My chest.
I was
Yesterday, I
I
heard
was
someone
next to
say,
this.
Jesus,
It's crazy, bro.
I next to this couple when I went, and they were just looking at me like, and I was
No,
like, sorry.
And I was
You
thinking,
had
this
to,
film
man.
better not do it to me where he dies, because I don't think I'd be able to take it. Like, I genuinely wouldn't be able to take it, because it looked like everything was just coming together.
Yeah, man.
And he just didn't listen, and he did that, right? So after he does that, I don't know if he was in denial that this was Sonny's fault or it was his fault.
No, he knew it was his fault. I don't know if you remember, but when he was in the hospital, Sonny came.
The mum.
Joshua's mum asked Sonny to come have a conversation.
Brilliant actress, by the way. Sarah Niles is her name. She was brilliant. Like the way she was like, and you are a dangerous arsehole.
The thing is, I heard her from
Why do you think you heard that?
from a mother's perspective. I said, I hear exactly what you're saying, but because her son is telling her the whole truth, it's like.
But I don't think he's
let
just
her
left
ride
for
up.
her son to tell the truth. I think if you talk about the team and everything, they'll probably say, the questions are, why didn't he change his tires? Well, Sonny said he should continue going. So it's going to fall on Sonny. So like Ash said, what he did, what you don't like is the dangerous driving. If he was to do that in real life in 2025, like I don't even think that would be possible. I don't know. But for him to make that sort of play, you think they do have a team coach or a team manager or whatever that guy was, the old guy, bless him. But it looked like he wasn't actually giving instructions to the team. It seemed like no one just like even listened to him. I think when Sonny was saying, I think in the silver race,
we talking about the guy that said, I won 4 something construction championships with Mercedes.
I think in the second race, even when Sonny was like, "Oh, I want soft tires" or something like that,
And he was
like,
pit.
"No,"
He just didn't
and he
move,
was
innit?
like, "I ain't moving." Oh, give him his tires! Just like give him that was hilarious. I was like, "You got no ratings whatsoever." Like the team's literally running the show, not you.
Actually so bad.
Yeah, it just looked like Sonny was calling a lot of the shots instead of the manager. I mean, you watching F1, does that happen or?
I think you do listen to your team principal. You do listen,
Yes, team principal,
and it
that's
is
what you
a
call them.
team sport. So at the end of the day, if you have a strategy, you go with a strategy. It's rare that you'll see someone go against strategy, and usually they'll
Because you
say
think that strategy is worked on together, right?
you've worked on it together. It's expert technical engineers. That
Yeah.
Kate lady is telling you exactly how the race is going to go. If you drive your best, this is how the race is going to go. We did speak about Kate, and we need to touch on the romance, but we did speak about Kate. I didn't like. Anyway, let me just talk
That
about the
little
romance.
bit of,
I didn't like the romance,
That
and
romance was dead.
Yeah.
It was so dead.
I don't think it needed to be there.
It didn't need to
and
be there,
did you
no.
hear about Simone Ashley? She was meant to be Damson Idris's romantic interest, and she
yes.
got completely cut out of the film. I don't think I saw her.
That was the one where they were saying, oh, like her screen time was like
completely.
cut so
There was
short.
a fourth main character in there. She
woman,
got completely cut out of the film.
I'm seeing her right here, but what's she?
She was, I think, Damson Idris's.
Why did they cut her out?
Just
I guess maybe
creative
because
decision.
Screen time.
She
or
didn't,
whatnot.
screen time. But I personally thought I would have. I don't know how that romance story would go,
But it would have been
I
more
did-
interesting.
than the other one. She is a technical director at the top of her field. This is Kate I'm talking about, and she's getting seduced by a 6-year-old Sonny Hayes,
Sonny.
who's a bit of an ass.
Goes Brad Pitt.
Sorry, I can't say that in thing.
Brad Pitt.
It is Brad Pitt,
Andre's
but
Sonny is actually Brad Pitt.
I didn't necessarily like how they used the female characters in this.
Yeah, I
thing.
feel like they were just doing it just to maybe just add some time.
Just to add something.
But because really, this film, they could have shaved off probably like 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
It would have been fine.
Yeah. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I was just really like impressed with. Like, I didn't expect to feel so emotional about the film, even after the crash. Like I said, Joshua's he's lying to himself a little bit about, whether he could have won. But remember, he's actually in the simulator, and he actually does that same race in the simulator, and he actually waits this time instead of overtaking, and he would see that he would actually have won that race. I think that's when it clicked. All right, Sonny's the truth.
Do you know when it clicked for me with Joshua? When he was speaking to when he was in a room, I think they were in Abu Dhabi at this point. He was in a room, he was with his mum, and his manager's come in, and he's basically saying, "Oh, like we need to go and do this, do that, like something for social media." And he was just like, "Nah, man." And he said that line that Sonny Hayes said. It's just all noise. Yeah. When he said that, I said, "Yep, this is his." He
got his head screwed on.
His head screwed on, and
I'm skipping here to the end of the film, but what I generally thought would have been we have to do. But what I genuinely thought was going to be the ending was that Sonny was going to become not. I thought when he was, seeing double vision, he wasn't going to drive. I thought he was going to become his mentor, the person in his ear saying, "Joshua, do this, do this." I didn't think
he was going to die. I thought he could have driven, and before he crossed the line somehow.
Something.
I thought it was a rap, but someone.
I just never thought he was going to win the race. I thought he was going to become his mentor and the team principal.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be enough.
But did you find it? I found it. I got goosebumps. I can't lie. When I thought Sonny gave up the race for Joshua to win, but then Joshua's hit into Hamilton, which paves the way for Sonny to drive through.
Yeah, that'd be surprising.
That last lap where he's flying. And he's gliding.
I was smiling.
I was smiling as well because not necessarily from an F1 perspective, but when somebody like feels like they've hit their peak. It's an orgasm. Yeah, it's an orgasm. Like what the hell? Where did that come from? It's an orgasm in terms of the best.
Why are you using that word, bro?
I don't even know why I'm using that word. But
there's 3 people in this room, and you've just made 2 of them really uncomfortable.
Oh, crying!
But I don't know how to explain it yet, but the feeling that you're
like he reached his climax.
Cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
I don't know.
Cloud 9. Okay, let's say Cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
Like he was above the clouds, and it was just automatic.
It was automatic. Like you could just see, right? He's in his zone. He's about to do something.
He's been waiting to do for 30 years, bro.
And I think he even said before that race, like, I'll rather do this race than die, because obviously the manager or the owner, who was played by Javier Bardem, Ruben, which is his long-term friend, obviously saw that he had all these fractures and stuff, and he said, "You're not fit to drive." He literally told him, "If driving this race is the last thing I do, so be it."
I love it.
You could tell when he's achieving that moment that that's his life complete. Like you could tell, and then he crosses the finish line and he wins. I can't lie, I wasn't expecting that. I thought Josh was going to win. I thought he's going to be the guy that helped the team and, like you said, coach Josh to get. But for him at his old age to actually get the victory and the glory, it's just like, wow, that's a story for anyone thinking, don't ever sort of give up. You always try and stay in it. If you know you have a talent, if you know you have heart for it, maybe physically you can't play football, but if your passion is really football, you could be a coach. Like there's certain things where if you have a serious passion for something, it's never too late.
He also showed that if you love it, you don't have to go into sport like professionally for the money and all that stuff there. Like look at him, I'm gonna skip now. End of the film where he's gone to the beach and they asked him, "Oh, like why are you racing?" And he was like, "It's not for the money.
It's not for the money.
It's just for the love."
It's
the same way it was at the beginning. It was never for the money. Yeah, all for the love.
But yeah, we'll move on to the money. The money. How much did this film make?
So its budget was 200 to 300 million. I think they hit that 300 million cap and
straight away.
Yeah, and as of right now, it has made 393.5 million. So it's made the money back. I think it's Apple Studios' most successful film.
I thought it was their first film. Is it their first?
Not their first. We've actually done it. Our guy was Apple. Yeah, and that was terrible.
Let's not even talk about that, man.
Yeah. So big up them then. Big up Apple for this one.
Needed.
For what have they been saying?
Well, it's not what they've been saying, it's what he has been saying. He has been saying.
The voice.
The big dog has come in. Let me find what he said. And he is, just to point out, he is a very serious F1 fan. Don't mess with this boy.
Yeah.
Don't mess with this boy. So, Caron?
Yeah,
Cairo, this is what he said. He said, Formula One is many things. It's elegant, it's scientific, it's unique, and it's patient. Ultimately,
I'm scared.
This jerk of a film.
Oh, no.
I haven't even got to the good stuff yet. He said, unfortunately, this joke of a film decided to throw all of that out the window in favor of a cheap Hollywood thrill ride that may have captured the look of F1, but clearly didn't understand the soul of the sport.
Clock it.
Come on, talk your ass, boy. Between Brad Pitt spending half the movie deliberately crashing into other drivers, to him always being right in everything he said, to Damson Idris's weirdly cartoonish character, this movie failed.
I agree with that.
This movie failed on a basic level of writing, regardless of what complaints someone might have about realism. Everything was cliched and tired, and nothing about the plot truly capitalized on the high-speed chess match that is F1. Instead, we got a generic racing film with some F1 language thrown into it. Would you rewatch the film? No. Would you watch a sequel? No. No, because it is an empty, clumsy, goofy mess that had the potential to be so much more. And he gave it. Guess what rating he gave it?
Go on,
No, I want you to guess.
4.
Give it 3.
Oh,
And he's
my
deadly
Lord.
serious as well.
Like, I literally said to Ash, my goodness, your brother absolutely just essed on this film, man.
He's deadly
Killed it.
serious.
It's
And I
crazy.
always stand behind my siblings.
Wow.
She does, man. Come on, man.
Wow. So I think, that being said, we need to give our own ratings, but that's
Yeah,
literally
that's definitely not my
that's
rating.
literally just throwing me off. That is literally throwing me off. But I'll let Ash go first. You follow your brother on this one.
So I'm not as harsh as him. I have given it a 6.9 out of 10, which I know is quite low. I obviously, like I said, I was watching it through the eyes of a Formula One fan. I'm going to go see it again as a movie goer, and I'm just going to enjoy the movie as it is and not look for
I
the
think that's
technical
what I did.
details.
That's what I enjoyed. The film.
So yeah, it's a 6.9. Yeah.
Fizz?
I really did enjoy the film. I can't lie. I caught myself smiling. There was times in the film I'm like, why am I smiling? Like, it was so good.
I'm sweating because of what Caro said.
It's crazy. I'm getting hot as well. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna say I gave it like I was thinking an 8, but I feel like 8 is a bit too high because I'm thinking about 8s I've given before. I give this more of like a 7.8. I'll give it a 7.8.
7.8.
For 7.8, yeah. It could have been an 8 if
With your shaking.
it could have been a 7. It could have been an 8 if, obviously, because I agree with what Carol said about Damson Idris' character. If they added a bit more, it was a bit cartoonish, like his lines. It wasn't really like, there was no depth.
Lacking depth
To his character. So, yeah. If that was there, 8. But because it's not there, it's 7.8.
I agree with that. Damson Idris, his character, Joshua Pierce, the source material is Lewis Hamilton. It's right there.
They weren't using him like that, innit?
And I just have to be honest about how I felt about the film, and completely different opposite from the spectrum from normally how we are, where I'm like the lowest.
Look how he's smiling. I never seen him smile like this, man.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
8.5.
8.5.
Okay, you know what?
Oh my days, 8.5. I just feel like the emotions that this film brought out of me, I didn't expect it. And I normally don't go to the cinema twice to see a film, but I went twice, one by myself, and because I enjoyed it so much, one with my sister literally just yesterday. It was just one of those ones where I was like, I actually want to see this again, and do it from the point of not going there for the movie club, just going there because I just thought it was great. I feel like it was so good for me the first time that I didn't actually make any sort of notes or actually like record anything in my mind because I was just enjoying what I was seeing. That was when I left, I was like, that was great, but I couldn't really tell you anything.
You had to watch
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah, that I had to watch it again. That's how it was. So that's how I got to that conclusion. But altogether, that gives this film a 7.7, which is...
You know, I think that's pretty fair, you know. I think, because if you're talking about like what like some of the, you know, real hardcore F1 fans are saying, I don't feel like, okay, maybe what Carol said is a bit mad, but I feel like a 7, I think a 7 minimum, I feel like that's okay. I feel like that should be like the minimum for this film.
I'd agree, but he's a serious F1 fan, and we
Yeah,
have to
no.
look at it from the perspective of there'll be other serious F1 fans out there who can relate to what he's saying.
Yeah, they probably can.
It's just the same way if they were to do, I don't know, a FIFA movie or football movie, and it would just mess things up, or the game just became a joke where only one team could win by just getting penalties,
or you were taking out someone's Achilles or something like that, and you'd be watching that like,
man,
whoa,
that was dirty, man. Like that's not what the sport is about. So maybe that's why obviously he's given that opinion. But for me, I'm none the wiser. I'm a baby to this F1 stuff.
Yeah,
this was a F8.
Are you guys converted F1 fans?
Potentially, I think I'm going in a rabbit hole after this just to find out a little bit more and to also understand a bit more what your brother's saying as well. Maybe if I do, eventually, maybe in a year's time, 2 years' time, I watch the film again and I come to the same conclusion as him. So it'll be interesting.
All I gotta say quickly, I ended up buying F1 25, the game.
Already? Already?
Bro, the movie got me buying.
I'm so happy we did this.
You're going to try that corner at Monza and see if it works.
Man,
it was literally
I had to buy the wheel now.
Literally a different kind of film. I'm so happy we actually went to see it. I'm very, very happy we did.
Good pick.
Overall, this 7.7 puts this in 7th place.
What's ahead of it?
Just ahead of it is Creed 3.
Oh,
this Creed thing has been surviving.
I might need to
get out of here.
We need to get out.
Yeah, sorry guys. I actually might need to rate that again because that's crazy.
So on the screen, it will have obviously from 1 to 22. I'm not going to go through all of them. You just know Doom Part 2 and Sinners from the last time are literally our top 2 films. And this one goes into number 7. For this season, this actually goes into number 3. For season 2.
Okay, that's
you know
good.
what? That's okay.
I'm with that. I'm with it.
Are both again after Doom Part 2 and Sinners. It seems like season 2 had better films than season 1. So that's it, guys. That's our review on the F1 movie. I hope you liked it. I hope you comment, like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time for F4.
See you next time.
See you, man.
Bye.